From the figure, what is the value of the radius of the circle? Label point D and T. T is a tangent point. Draw a line from center O to the tangent point, T. So that angle OT, D equals 15 degrees, which is equals to angle ODT. It is because base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. Label point B and C. Angle TOC equals 30 degrees. It is because exterior angle of a triangle equals the sum of the two opposite interior angles. And angle TCO equals 60 degrees. This implies that join line B, T and from triangle B, OT, which is isosceles triangle with equal base angles. Hence, angle OB, T equals 180 degrees minus 30 degrees all divided by 2. This is equals to 75 degrees, which equals to angle OTB. Thus, angle TBC equals 105 degrees. Sum of angles in a straight line equals 180 degrees. From triangle CBT, use sine rule. Ratio of line BC to sine 15 degrees equals the ratio of line BT to sine 60 degrees. Substitute values and solve for line BT, and we have equation for the line of BT as shown on the screen. From trigonometric identity, we obtained values for sine 60 degrees and sine 15 degrees, respectively. Substitute and we have that length of line BT equals to the ratio of the square root of 3 to 4 divided by the square root of 6 minus the square root of 2 all divided by 4. Simplify and rationalize and we have equation for the length of line BT as shown on the screen. Consider triangle BOT and use cosine rule. The square of line BT equals 2 times the square of R times 1 minus cosine 30 degrees, where R equals the length of line BO, which is equals to the length of line TO. 4 isosceles triangle oppositor sides are equal. Substitute the values we obtained to have the equation shown on the screen. Expand left bracket. Collect like terms and simplify 3 over 4 multiply the sum of 2 and the square root of 3 equals the square of R multiply 2 minus the square root of 3. Make the square of R the subject of the formula, and we have its equation as shown on the screen. Rationalize and we have that the square of R equals 3 multiply the square of the sum of 2 and the square root of 3, all divided by 4. Expand bracket, collect like terms and simplify, and we have that The square of r equals 3 multiply the square root of the sum of 7 and the product of 4 and the square root of 3 all divided by 4. Simplify and we have that. The square of r equals the sum of 21 divided 4 and the product of 3 and the square root of 3. Take the square root of the equation. This implies that r equals the square root of the sum of 21 divided by 4 and 3 times the square root of 3 all in centimeters. No option given has this form of result, and thus we have to simplify the radical of r. Let the sum of the square root of x and the square root of y be equal to our result obtained. Find the square root of this equation. To get the result shown on the screen, equate like terms of the left-hand side of the equation to the right-hand side of the equation. This implies that the sum of x and y equals 21 divided by 4, which we call equation 1, and the product of 2 and the square root of x times y equals 3 times the square root of 3, which we call equation 2. Find the square of the equation 2. This implies that the product of 4 and x times y equals 27. Thus, y equals 27 divided by 4 times x. Substitute in equation 1. And we have the equation of x as shown on the screen. Multiply the equation by 4 times x, rearrange terms in one side of the equation, and we have that 4 times the square of x minus 21 times x plus 27 equals 0. Factorize and we have that the product of 4 and x times x minus 3 negative 9 times x minus 3 equals 0. This implies that either 4 times x minus 9 equals 0 or x minus 3 equals 0. Thus, x equals 9 divided by 4 or x equals 3. Put x equals 9 divided by 4 in equation 1, and we have that y equals 3 after simplification. Thus for set of solution x and y equals 9 divided by 4 and 3, respectively. Put x equals 3 in the equation 1, and we have that y equals 9 divided by 4 after simplification. For the set of solution x and y equals 3 and 9 divided by 4, respectively. Hence, our result obtained earlier for the radius, r of the given circle is the sum of the square root of x and the square root of y, which equals the sum of the square root of 3 and 3 divided by 2 all in centimeters. Therefore, the correct option is F.